So I need to store my thoughts about AI and trauma, and how to make AI, which is undeniably the future of our civilization of human. It's isn't going away. It's just how we can make friends with it, if we can. And what made me think about it is watching and hearing, listening people talking about AI, and those people, they sound to me, as a professional coach, trauma-informed coach, they sound to me talking from the trauma place, that defense, survival mode, fake identities to be recognized, externally validated, and this fake performance to be liked, to please others, to be on a certain status, lack of authenticity, in a way that those people talking about AI and being a part of developers of AI in the big companies. I'm from Bay Area of California, so they are those who make a significant impact on our future, and they are talking and working, I suppose, from the trauma place, from the lack of authenticity, because they do not know their true self. That's the context that I'm talking about from right now. And I started to research how to make the future safer for me and my children and all the humans, still embracing the advantages of AI. And I thought, why people who are responsible for the development of a general technology of our future are not tested for their emotional intelligence, are not tested for being what's the level of trauma they are working from. Are they working from defensiveness, lack of emotional understanding, emotional intelligence towards the future generations, and how their products, how their developments might impact us all in the future? And this close-sightedness is dictated by trauma, because trauma limits our visions by focusing on the present to survive, the present moment to survive in now. We don't care about the future because we have to survive now, and getting to the social status of a certain level, getting to be recognized and socially liked, accepted, it's a trauma response in many of us, right? So in a way, and I found this in my search of how to make it the future safer. I thought, what makes us human? For me, as a life coach, it's like about experiences and emotions, right? We can experience firsthand, we can receive first-hand experiences from the reality, from the surroundings, which is the huge data in our being, and behaving, and how we perceive, how we experience the reality, and then how we emotionally interpret it. What emotions do we have? Why we have those emotions and not others? Why some people react to the same situation in a totally different way? So I believe we are unique, And this uniqueness manifested in not manifested, but this uniqueness constructed or made from our genes, experiences, circumstances, environments, then our later knowledge acquisition, I don't know, experience acquisition. Everything is so complex that each of us is very unique. If we look closer, if we look at each other with more interest and more inquiry and more compassion, so less defense, more compassion, less comprehension, more compassion, and feeling like connection on energy level, even or emotional level. In this respect, I was like, what test it might be to test how human we are, what how human this human is, right? Because in nearest future we will see robots or cyborgs or something created great technology, great in a way that it's never been, and but we always dreamed about something as humanity, right? So we will have those entities, and how we distinguish ourselves as humans from non-humans. What is human? And well, of course, research gave me the Turing Test, which was developed in 1950 to distinguish a human from machine. In that point of time, of course, we developed our technology in a great extent that I don't know when the Turing test was abandoned for its not effectiveness, not being adequate, not being relevant anymore. And when I started to research why it was removed, why it was decided to be considered to be not useful anymore, it was like ethical considerations about mimicking rather than understanding, mimicking human language, behavior in a way, rather than understanding and making it human. But then if you research today's models, more complicated, more complex models, how they make AI humanized, they use the same mimicking, right? It's more complex, but it's a mimicking of human language, human interaction, human conversation. Of course, they are more advanced in a way that they can apply, analyze more data, a lot more data with all those data centers and energy used for that, right? So in a way, it's more specialized, detailed human interaction that is mimicking, but it's still mimicking, right? So it's manipulation of data to be seen as human. When we press human names in GTP chat or whatever, it just adds more data that is considered to be more human. Then in Turing Test, there was a human interrogator, a position, a judge, right? The judge, the interrogator who asked questions, like me in a coaching session, I asked questions from humans. So this interrogator would ask questions from the screen to understand if it's a human or machine answering the questions. And then I was interested in how, like, I put in a search today, can AI, a modern AI, pass the Turing test? No, it still cannot. But the test was abandoned as not adequate. And I thought, like, okay, the human component was removed. There is no interrogator anymore, or investigator
investigating how human the machine may look. There's no human anymore. The machine itself, AI, complex systems, it checks itself. Okay, it's more developed. So in the near future, the AI will not need developers anymore, I think. So I took away the human-biased part of testing for humanness. For the reason, because it's biased, it's because human can be tired. It can be occupied with the idea of something. It can be traumatized. It can be manipulative. All those human things that we as humans are not yet mastered. Okay? All of those things are intentional by nature. It's not a bug in nature. Trauma, if you go study it, it has its own purpose besides the pain. The traumatic events do not have purpose. Okay, they happened. Bad thing always happened. Bad things actually always happens. Bad things that neglect happens in a family. Those are traumatic events. The trauma is the wisdom of our being. The trauma is how we interpret the event, why we store the pain, why we store the pain, and it stays with us till we heal it, till we transform it. That's the human element. That's human element that makes us human. Like in a super simplistic words, trauma makes us humans. Okay? Can AI be traumatized? No, I don't think so. If those AI developers would be required to know anything about psychology, about trauma, about childhood experiences, if there will be any requirement in human science for those developers, would be great. It would feel so much safer for me, personally. So, a Turing Test, it's the human element is taken away. So the AI develops itself away because it checks how human or how close to humans it is, and it's stimulating us. One thing that we got to understand here, that from remembering Turing Test, it was a benchmark kind of to a certain point that we can be as human in control of a machine. Then they removed it. Now we're not. And as humans, due to trauma, trauma makes us more human, but it makes us more less human too. Okay, that's the conclusion I just took right now. Trauma is human only experience or phenomena. Yet trauma has to be healed so we can get to real self, true self, freedom to be to the full of our potential. Why? Because trauma is about survival. Like in a traumatic wounded identity, we try to survive, thinking that we're still in that situation. We have to protect ourselves by dissociation, by blocking emotions, by being super rational, because it's not safe just to feel actually. It's all our story, how we feel with our guts and how we have to relearn to be humans, but such comes right now in this narrative. I try to make it logical, but it's hard. But what I'm trying to say is us humans who are not healed from their trauma, who develop AI from a traumatized self, not healed self, not even being aware of their whole human identity or true self, or not being aware of the trauma that we carry with us and how it impacts our vision of the world, how it impacts their work, and how their work impacted by their traumas will impact all of us. Do we talk about it at all? I think we should. I think we need those interrogators, maybe in different capacity and different roles, but checking how human is AI and how trauma-free is the development. Because since trauma travels from generation to generation in our behavioral patterns, in our thinking cognitive patterns, in our emotional imprint, so we transfer trauma to AI, and I'm not sure if this technology has the same potential for trauma healing or transformation of it into something, because we transfer the data of trauma. We transfer the result of trauma, and it's received as data to be worked on and to be kind of to be guided by in future development. So in this ways, for us, yes, frightening. This alone feels frightening for only a very optimistic person, I think. My optimism is based on the knowledge about what can be and how it works as human beings, right? So it's not just blissful ignorance optimism. No, I want to understand the variables to make them work for my benefit, for my optimistic view of the future. I'm a huge believer in peace for all and respect and honor of the uniqueness of each, and understanding the embodiment of interconnectedness. I want to transform generational trauma. I believe it's possible through paying attention to our children from the very beginning, from the pregnancy period, from pre-pregnancy education, from systemic changes. I want it to happen for me, for my children, for next generations, because it frees us. It gives us freedom from that trauma, and it gives us the opportunity to be the full potential of human being, not to be reduced to machine, not to be reduced to this low golden standard of intelligence, which is not it will not mimic human ones, because the developers of AI do not understand human intelligence. They do not. So it's an illusion of mimicking of us. So yeah, okay. My daughter calls me. I have to close it, but I am happy that I could kind of get it out my thoughts about it, and probably I will post it somewhere. Alright.